So, guys, I'm going to be a bit honest with you. Since the reports and the rumors of a brand new top secret Bioshock being made from a top secret 2K studio, I've been a bit skeptical. I've been thinking a lot about it. I've been thinking about a lot of different aspects of it. I've been thinking about the legitimacy of the report. And quite frankly, I've just been thinking about the idea a lot ever since basically it was tweeted out by Jason Schreier, and then multiple reports of it came out from various news outlets and things of that nature. So, today's video is going to be more of a long one, and that's just for the simple fact that there's a lot that I really want to talk about, bring into the light, and let's see what your guys' opinions are. So, as the title says, what should the story of Bioshock Parkside be? And I know that this isn't going to be the name of the new Bioshock. This is just the placeholder name or the code name that they're giving the project at that top secret 2K studio. And then we'll talk about where does 2K Studios go from here in terms of a new Bioshock. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So, the first thing I want to talk about is going to be one of the core issues that I can personally think of, and that is the story or the plot of the game. Are they going to do something completely new, or are they going to continue off somewhere where they left off? The two stories that I had in mind, in particular, are the story of Eleanor Lamb after the events of Bioshock 2, and the introduction of the infinite universes in Bioshock Infinite. Now, a lot of people didn't like Infinite just for the simple fact of all the crazy stuff that they added to the game, but the reason why I was so fascinated by it is because there's so much potential to do so many different things within different universes. If they want to go the route of going back to Rapture, they can go with Eleanor Lamb. If they want to go back to the route of Columbia, they can do something else with Bioshock Infinite. But I don't think that's going to be the case in terms of Infinite. If anything, from a business standpoint, they're going to want to go back to Rapture. I've stated this multiple times, and as a businessman, because essentially at the end of the day, these companies that make video games, not only do they want to make games, they want to make games that make money. And they know 2K and Take-Two, that is, that people want a new Bioshock. So, what is Bioshock synonymous with? Being set in Rapture. That's going to generate the most amount of hype, that's going to generate the most amount of interest, and that's going to generate the most amount of money. But in terms of stories, I would either like to see something new or a continuation of an Eleanor Lamb type story after Bioshock 2. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Now, the next one, I just previously mentioned it, is the setting. So, we have our two main settings within the Bioshock franchise, Rapture and Columbia. Do we go back to those two cities and relive a new story or a new plot, new characters, whatever it may be? Or do they do the complete opposite and have a brand new setting with Bioshock type aspects to it? That's what I'm afraid of. I know change can sometimes be good, but I'm so afraid of them changing the game so much that it's almost unrecognizable when thinking about the Bioshock franchise. I guess that's my main fear of the game, is that they change it too much. I want to know, where do you guys want the next game to be and where it should take place? Again, for me, it just makes sense to have it back in Rapture, just as a business standpoint, as a gameplay standpoint, and as a game standpoint. But if they do have a new setting or set it somewhere new, they need to have it make sense with Bioshock. That's all I'm going to say. The next thing I want to talk about are the characters. The Bioshock franchise has given us a ton of unique and dynamic characters. Some more memorable than others, but there's a wide variety of characters in the game. Unfortunately, a lot of them either died or you don't hear anything of them. So that kind of made me wonder, Are they going to bring back old characters that didn't die off, like a Bridget Tenenbaum or an Eleanor Lamb? Or are they going to have a completely new game with completely new characters that somehow intertwines with the Bioshock, I guess, timeline, if that makes any sense? I don't know. Like I said, I've been thinking about this so much, and it's like my brain is a spinning wheel. I can't stop thinking. I want to know what they want to do. I want to know what their vision is. I want to know what their thought process is. Or I just want some clarification as to we are getting a new Bioshock game. Because the rumors of Bioshock Parkside are driving me and the entire Bioshock community insane. We don't know if this is going to be a new Bioshock. We don't know if this is going to be a completely new game that debunks the reports and all of the articles that a new Bioshock is being developed. I don't know. I just want some clarification. I want some confirmation as well. I want either Take-Two or 2K to come out and say, yes, we're working on developing a new Bioshock. I'll be happy with that. You don't have to give me a name. You don't have to give me a setting. You don't have to give me a character. You don't have to give me anything. Just say that you're working on a new Bioshock, and I will be completely 100% content with that. And I think a lot of other people would as well. And here's another thing that I want 2K to do with this. I want them to take their time with this game. I want them to take the Last of Us Part 2 approach. The original Last of Us came out in 2013, and then it was remastered the very next year. So essentially, they've been working on this for roughly 3.5 to 4 years. And they're still working on The Last of Us Part 2. They're taking their time to make as perfect of a game as possible. That's the same approach that I want this apparent top secret Take-Two studio to do. I want them to take their time, if this is a new Bioshock, to make this as good of a game as possible. Now for the final thing that I want to discuss, and this is, to me, the most important, because this is going to leave that lasting effect on the player, and this is the overall gameplay. So, with Rapture, we had Adam, we had Eve, and we had Plasmids. In Columbia, we had Salts, and we had Vigors. So, do you keep those aspects of Bioshock and kind of convert them into a new style, or you keep the original and incorporate it into a new game? Also with the gameplay, what's the combat system going to be like? Is it going to be like how it was in Bioshock 1, where you could have either only your weapon out or your plasmid out? Will it be like Bioshock 2, where you can have both your weapon and your plasmid out? Or will it be like Infinite, where you can only have 2 weapons and you hold one out and you have the Vigor out in the other hand as well? I don't know. Personally, I would like to see it come back like the Bioshock 2 combat system. Just simply for the fact that there was so much you could do with it. You had the weapon wheel, you had the plasmid wheel, and you could also use your weapon and use your plasmid at the same time. However, there's parts of Infinite that I would like to come back to. I would like to be able to run, first of all, because lumbering around in Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, it made me feel like I had like concrete shoes on. I was going to say cement, but it made me feel like I was wearing concrete shoes. So, bring back the running and the visual aspects of Bioshock Infinite, put it back in Rapture, and give me the combat system of Bioshock 2. That's personally what I would want. Let me know what you guys would want down in the comments below, because this is going to be a community discussion. If you're a fan of Bioshock, or if you're interested in a new Bioshock, this video and the comment section is where I want you guys to state opinions, state fantasies, whatever it may be. I want you guys to be able to open up and discuss the potential for this new game. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is something that's kind of out of reach, and that would be when to expect an announcement of a new Bioshock or a reveal of a new Bioshock. So a lot of people have been saying that you can look at a pattern, because I believe Bioshock 1 came out in 2007, 2 came out in like 2009, 2010, then Infinite came out in 2013. So they were looking at it as every 3 years. And the last one that came out was 5 years ago. So there's really no pattern there anymore. I would expect a new game to either be announced or revealed either next year or at the latest 2020. Again, if they take their time with this game and make this game as good of a Bioshock as possible to rival that of the greatness of Bioshock 1, then I'm all for waiting. I'm completely 100% okay with that. But if they're going to make us wait that long and deliver a crappy game, I'm not down with that. I don't want it to be like a Mass Effect Andromeda type effect, where the first game, good. Second game, absolutely amazing. Third game was good, ending was kind of meh. And then you have Andromeda, which just, it went downhill. It was just bad. Just quite frankly, it was bad. I don't want that. So hopefully, whatever they do, they take their time with and they make a good game. Again, this is going to be a community discussion with the entire Bioshock community. So let me know down in the comment section below. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. As I mentioned, this is going to be a community discussion, so I want you to put your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say, because I got everything out that was on my mind, so I want you to do the same. If you enjoyed the video, would you kindly drop a like? It helps this video get out there and it helps the channel grow. If not, leave a dislike. Just tell me what I can do to make the video better for you. If you're new here and want to join the Rapture family or see the Rapture family grow, would you kindly subscribe, share the videos with family and friends, and turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time I go live or post a video. Anyways, thank you for watching, and talk to you all in the next video. Take care, guys.